Welcome to Coaches Roundtable. I'm Ed Codi. To my right, the Swami George Abraham. To my left, the Tiger Albert Campman. Glad that we're back. Hope you had a great New Year celebration, and good luck to you in this coming year. Let's go to Spotlight Boys Basketball. Top scores, Tassos, Stefanos, and Mars. Games of 33 and 23. He's averaging 29 points a game. Braden Littlejohn of Butler, 27 and 26. Freshman Donovan Carney of Butler, 26. This is one of the better backcourts in the WPL this year. These guys putting up almost 50 points every game together. Andrew Madelone, North Catholic, 22. Chasen De La Rosa Rugg of Montauk, 21. For girls, Melena Desort of Freeport, 21. And in wrestling, Butler is ranked number 2 in the Trib. They're 6-0. Seneca Valley 4-1. They're number 9. They're only lost to Butler. Butler won the Southmoreland Holiday tournament. And freshman Santino Sloboda at 107 pounds. He's undefeated and ranked number 2 in the state. We remember his mom, Darlene.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Boys,
worked at the high school in the cafeteria.
No, that's just tremendous.
Yeah.
And, you talk about what Stoner did with that program, taking it from basically he's doing everything. You know, I've gone places it was already good. It's a lot easier.
Yeah, and
I remember you talked about that many times, George. He started from scratch.
I mean, scratch. He did everything.
And they're looking for their first ever section title in over 40 years of wrestling, and their first ever WPL title. They beat Seneca Valley. Now their old nemesis. They've never defeated North Allegheny.
Sure.
That's
how good NA's been. You know, just
a
runaway freight train.
Right. Yeah.
I went to school with the NA coach's nephew. They're Mercer people, the Augustinos.
Yes.
And
it's
quite a legacy.
His sister taught at Butler, Gilda.
But Stoney, I mean, to do what he did from where he started is quite remarkable.
Yes, and they get a great program going. Hey, area girls named to the Pennsylvania Volleyball Coaches All-State Team, Class 2A, Cassidy Dell of Freeport, Sydney Selker of Freeport, and Josie Russo of Freeport. In 3A, yeah.
Do you think maybe that's why they won some games?
Yeah.
Don't go past that. 3. I never heard. I've heard of 2.
Yeah.
I've never heard of 3.
Well, wait. More to come. And in 3A, Ellie Fesco, North Catholic. Sydney Jones of North Catholic. Katie McNally of North Catholic. And Emily Schramm of Hampton.
Oh, jeez.
And in North Catholic.
Yeah. And in 4A, Olivia Congdon of Seneca Valley. Kaylee Doctor of Pine Richland, and 5 players from North Allegheny: Mia Tooman, Carissa Tresser, Ella Zimmer, Ella Dieter, and Caroline Curran.
It's the whole team.
Well, they won 5 straight state championships.
We had them that night.
Yeah.
It was just different.
I just hope the coach doesn't say he studied film.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Throw me out there. I'll take a shot at it.
Hey, and honors Knock-Grad and Grove City College football player, wide receiver Scott Fraser, first team All-ECAC. Fraser led all President's Athletic Conference receivers with 70 catches for 1,145 yards and 10 touchdowns. And in the milestone, Butler basketball coach Matt Clement, he earned his 200th career victory in the win over Central Florida Academy.
Yeah, you have to hang around for a while to win 200 games, and you have to have some good players. That combination there.
Yeah,
congratulations, man.
Well, he's in the history of Butler, he's had the number 1 and number 2 all-time leading scorers.
Congratulations,
Morton.
And he's come a long way.
Yes,
done a great job now.
Yes. Hey, our high school basketball rankings: first of the year for the boys, 6A, number 1 Newcastle, 6-0, followed by number 2 Butler, 3 Norwin, 4 Mount Lebanon, 5 Upper St. Clair. Newcastle will be at Butler this Friday. We will be there to bring you that game, the first of our telecasts for this season. In 5A, it's Penn Hills, Mars, North Hills, Char Valley, and Peters Township. In 4A, Laurel Highlands, gone for their second straight WPL championship. Lincoln Park, Highlands, Hampton, and North Catholic. And in 3A, Shadyside Academy, Elwood City, and we'll see them on Monday, January the 9th. Albert and I will be there. They will take on the Slippery Rock High School boys. Neshannock, number 4, Deer Lakes, number 5. In 2A, Bishop Canavan, Eden Christian, Fort Cherry, Aliquippa, and Shenango. And in 1A, it's Union, Neighborhood Academy, 6-0, Monessen, and Carleton. Don't have another team with a winning record to put in there. For the girls, 6A, Norwin, boy, they've been powerful the last few years. They're at number 1, followed by North Allegheny, Upper St. Clair, Peters Township, Mount Lebanon. In 5A, undefeated Armstrong, followed by South Fayette, McKeesport, Penn Trafford, and Oakland Catholic. 4A, Blackhawk, North Catholic. 3 losses, but they played a pretty good schedule so far.
Yeah, they know.
Don't look at that.
They know how good they are.
And Beaver, Greensburg, Salem, Elizabeth Forward, and in 3A, Laurel, Waynesburg, Keystone Oaks, Neshannock, and Avonworth. 2A, undefeated Sarah, followed by Freedom, Greensburg Central Catholic, Shenango, and Clairton. And in 1A, Aquinas Academy, undefeated St. Joseph Union, and West Green. Some of the usual teams in there. Things will be sorted out. And once again, our broadcast basketball schedule: boys, January 6th, Newcastle at Butler. January 9th, Slippery Rock boys at Elwood City. And for the girls, January 26th, Knock at Freeport, that neighborhood battle. And February 4th, this will be a good one, Pine Richland at North Catholic.
Good schedule. Good schedule.
Looking forward to it. So now we go to our stories of the week, and it's not the usual stories of the week, starting with the NFL. It's so much to say about the Steelers and playoff possibilities. That has all changed with the serious injury to Damar Hamlin in the game between the Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals leading 7-3 when Damar Hamlin, McKees Rock, Central Catholic, University of Pittsburgh, collapsed on the field, went into cardiac arrest. They had the emergency technicians there to revive him, left the field with oxygen. He is in critical condition at the University of Cincinnati Trauma Center. Guys, when I saw that happen, it brought memories back to me of Chuck Hughes for the Detroit Lions, a wide receiver who collapsed on the field and died of a heart attack during the game. I think it was with the Baltimore Colts. So everything we want to say about football and thinking about football last night, I'm glad they canceled that game. I don't even know if that game should be played again. What do you guys think about everything?
Go ahead, Al. You had something to say.
Yeah, I really do. This one really got me. First thing is the NFL. Let's put it this way: if George had a heart attack right now, and Matt, my producer, said, "Let's go back on in 5 minutes," that's what the NFL tried to do. That's how much money means to the world these days.
I'm not sure they understood the severity.
Oh yeah,
of it.
they did. Oh yes, they did. The ambulance was there for 9 minutes giving CPR, and then I would hope, Matt, you wouldn't say, "Well, George got carried out. Let's put this back on in 5 minutes."
Let's finish the show.
Yeah, that's what NFL did. Yeah. That's number one. Number two is even worse to me, and I'm taking my classes. How mad I am about this. Do you think you might stop standing over people when you hit somebody? They do this over, and now they're crying tears. Yeah. Now they're crying. Yeah. They look over the guys when they hit them, stand over them, and say, "I hope you don't get up. I hope you don't get up. I hope." It bothers me so bad. Why can't you just tackle somebody, Eddie? Right. Just tackle somebody and walk away, but they can't, and now they're crying tears. It bothers me so bad. It's so hypocritical.
And I'm going to add to that how the fans sometimes boo these players.
Yeah, they do. That's good.
So
good
critical,
point.
So critical of these players. And I'm going to mention something that happened. Would not mention this guy's name, but he said he had hoped that this quarterback got his legs broken because they were leading so much in the game. I can't repeat on the air what I said to this guy. It was disgusting.
That's what I'm saying.
Said.
That's what goes on.
But I lit into him and told him he has no business watching sports at all. And he was rooting for a high school player to have his legs broken.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's real life. See, this is what
sickness.
It's not a show. It's real life.
But they extend themselves. Their whole lives revolve around what the team does. And they're depressed or unhappy.
Well, they're the wheeze, you know.
Well, the people that only going by, we did Central Catholic before games against North Allegheny. The Hamlin kid, they talk about how, besides just a football, he's a human being that's trying to raise money for, George said,
toys and
toys.
And they've raised what? $3 million.
Wait, Buffalo gets a hold of this now. They are the most generous fan base of any.
And his mom and father struggled to get him out of the tough McKees Rocks area and send him to Central Catholic.
Yes,
to save him from the gangs and everything. But this perspective of these guys go out there and play so hard, it's a dream for him, and then reality strikes home of an injury.
It's even past well.
seriousness,
This is
like-
past anything we've ever come across.
Yeah.
Nothing like this. Everybody's praying to God for him to get healed. I know we are at this place. The DeMar, this Armstrong cable crew right here is praying.
I
deeply
just
for
hope
you.
they don't replay the game. Just go by the percentage where they are. They don't need this game. You get mixed into all this with this tragedy, and yet you see the Steelers beat Baltimore at the end. So they're in a playoff situation where they need Buffalo to beat New England. I don't know how they get themselves ready for this game on Sunday. And then they need the Jets, who stumbled down the path. They've lost 6 or 7 to beat Miami. Miami's lost five straight. It's a situation, but here, if Kansas City wins then it's a moot point about.
No, Buffalo has to play still for second or third place. So
yeah.
they'll still play.
So my point is, do you play your best players for Buffalo?
Yeah, they're
on
going to,
Sunday
but they have
in
to-
New
they
They
England?
want the home field.
because they want the home
Home
field for
field.
second. Yeah, they'll still play.
Oh, especially
Pittsburgh, I think Pittsburgh's in good shape.
And what should
if they
happen-
win? No, if Pittsburgh
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see both of them. I really think
And New England's not going to beat
I think
them.
Buffalo's
at
beating New
Buffalo.
No,
England.
they're not going to beat them in
And the
Buffalo.
Jets
And the Jets are better than Miami right
And
now.
right now.
Right now, I'm
And
talking right this
and
minute.
yet, and yet, New England, if the Steelers lose, they can make it even if they lose with 8-9 because they beat the Steelers.
Yeah.
Out of all the NFL teams, 32. You know how many teams have a winning record? 10.
Yeah.
It's the worst in nearly 40 years.
Or parity.
If that's what you want to call it.
Absolutely. That's what they're
That-
saying.
Eddie, I usually know things coming into the show.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, only I
10,
checked. I commented last night.
That is an amazing stat.
The whole
I was
division
looking.
that Brady's in. I mean,
But
That's an amazing
and
the
stat.
one San Francisco's
Yeah.
in.
Yeah,
They're
and
all
the
about.
reason I was looking, I'm going 8-8,
Whoa.
8-8, 8-8, 8-8. They all have a chance for the playoffs, like you
Wow.
mentioned. Tampa, realize Tampa won their division that 2 years in a row, the first time in their history, and for Brady, 19 straight division
He
titles.
did nothing this year, though.
No.
He did
Yeah,
nothing.
the
Until
other day.
the other
Yeah.
day he did.
Hey, they
Yeah,
will
till the
host,
other day.
but they're dangerous because they host the Cowboys.
I don't think they're dangerous at all.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think Tampa
I
stinks
think
so bad.
Jacksonville's
Carolina
dangerous.
had them
Jackson,
beat.
yeah.
Ron Carolina had Tampa
Yeah.
beat.
I
But they
think
had
Carolina's
I
played
think
well at the end.
Jacksonville's
not like Dallas.
I think Jacksonville's
not like
dangerous.
Dallas.
They just got
I think
beat.
Green Bay got hot at the end.
They
But
played well.
Jacksonville is really playing
Oh,
well. They're
I've
gonna-
given that up Saturday. I have Tennessee from 5 weeks ago. Needed one win. I'm out.
What, they've been 7-3 and they've lost what,
Every
5 or
game.
6
Every game.
in a row?
And now
So-
no quarterback.
Yeah.
And it tells you how bad that rookie is. They went and got Dobbs off the street.
Yeah,
And Dobbs is better.
Oh, yeah.
and that Steelers Baltimore. Here's what I thought the turning point was: the Steelers kick a field goal, make it 13-6. They kick off. Baltimore returns it to what, the Steelers 40, and
Oh,
I
it's
said
far.
they're going. They came away with nothing. And let me say this: if Baltimore is a playoff team, then wrestling's real and the world's fixed. They're they might have the worst. All he throws to is Andrews.
Yeah, but they have Jackson coming back. That will change him.
When's he coming back?
Averaging 28 points a game when he's quarterback.
Right,
You know,
but
he has to come
is-
back.
Can he play like he did before
Yeah,
with
that's
that
what I
knee?
find- I
Well,
don't
it
know
doesn't
that.
That's
appear
my
he's
question.
coming back.
I
It's
don't-
over.
Oh, Jackson's
Yeah.
not coming back?
I don't think.
Oh, I thought he was. I thought
No,
Jackson
I
was
don't-
coming
I
back.
don't-
Well, they said that 5 weeks ago.
But
He hasn't-
I thought he said come back for the playoffs.
Well, here's the thing, y'all. He
Oh.
hasn't even practiced for 4 weeks.
I thought he's come back for the playoffs. That's what I thought.
Hey, remember
I
the
did not
dude
hear
at
that.
Cleveland tried this.
Uh-huh.
Not practice and stuff.
It's hard when you go
Yeah.
you go that long.
Absolutely.
And when you mention the Browns,
Let's go back to the Steelers first.
yeah,
We've been hard on their defense
yeah.
for 6 weeks in a row.
Well, that play
They
was
carried them.
after that kickoff.
The
that
defense
was
has
big.
carried
That
that
defense
team.
carried
One
it.
guy said he thought they were better than.
Given 17 points.
Yeah,
Given 17.
I mean, you
yeah.
got a shot given 17.
But
right?
but their red zone offense is terrible. They just don't,
They don't have
score in
good
the red
offense.
zone.
He was throwing that to the other guy,
They don't
right?
have a good-
Everybody
yeah.
agree. I watched with his sound out.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
82.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Look at it
Yeah.
again.
No, he was throwing the ball.
that I didn't know.
I don't think
that I
it
didn't
is.
notice. But the thing with Baltimore, you can't throw 10 times at a tight end and to the rest of the wide receivers 8 times.
They don't
or
have any
10
wide
times.
outs.
It's just an offense that you can't survive with.
No.
They've survived for 10 wins. I mean, I'm telling you, what Jackson's playing,
Jackson's
they're
different.
Yeah.
not with that other kid. but
Because
Jackson's
he'll run.
different.
Jackson will run.
Let me say this: a word of caution to the Steelers. I saw the Browns beat Baltimore up
Oh, Browns
2
can
weeks
beat the
ago,
Steelers.
13. And I said this to George: how does this team lose every year? They have the number 1 ranked offensive line, number 1 ranked running backs, pretty good on defense. They led the AFC last year. How's this team 7-9?
Their defense is really overrated. That's what I'll say.
And I'm going to tell you one more
They play
thing.
1 week and don't
And one
play
more
next.
thing. they're good run blockers.
Yeah.
How
about pass block?
Rated the number one.
Yeah.
I know, I said that.
Yeah.
But the Steeler line's rated way higher than they perform.
Yeah. So, and my point is, I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Browns beat them.
Oh,
It
no.
wouldn't surprise me at all.
Well, no, either way.
In that
no.
game, in that
They're even.
rivalry.
It's even, right? And that even
Yeah.
game.
Oh,
it's definitely an
Browns-
even game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. So you have all these scenarios going on. Kansas City, 13-3, playing at the Raiders. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Cincinnati beat them earlier in the year?
Yes.
So Cincinnati has Baltimore. Cincinnati can finish even if they don't play that game. Cincinnati went into the game last night, 11-4.
Mm-hmm.
So they would finish at 12-4. I don't think they're going to play this game again. I could be wrong. What do you guys think? Will they play it?
I don't think so either.
I think they will.
You think they will? So when do they play it? And then what do you do to Sunday's games?
Same. Well, I don't think I think they'll push it either back or after.
You
They'll
got to
do
push the whole
something.
playoffs
Yeah,
back.
they'll do something. I hate to say this. In the scope of things, it's too important. Because it's a game they both could lose.
I just don't know how they can play it, though.
Oh, I know
I
that.
don't
Oh, I
either.
didn't
I
know.
don't know. I mean, I'm talking about logistic way, not because of what happened.
Because
I don't know how they get their
Don't you
champ.
remember
you
the
got
year they
big-
played on Wednesday?
Well,
Yeah,
that's what they have to do. Then play Wednesday and Sunday.
Well, or
no,
Wednesday,
you can't do
Tuesday
that.
or
You
something.
can't.
Okay.
You can't.
Remember, the winner's off.
no later than a Tuesday.
Interesting,
No
see what
later than a
happens.
Well,
Tuesday
they played
because
on Wednesday.
I know.
the
but-
NFL will find a way because they have to make the money.
I
know
think
that.
I think it would be a Tuesday because now you have Cincy playing a big game with Baltimore and a big game between Buffalo and New England. You know New England's going to come in there. It's going to be a
Oh,
battle.
sure.
I don't see them winning, but it's
Oh,
going
no,
to be a battle.
I agree. But what I'm saying is they'll make it work.
They'll make it work because there's so much at stake. So the Steelers' chances have gone from 2% to now 15%.
Oh, yeah. I
They got a
like
good
them higher.
chance.
I like them higher.
Yeah. But then again, in the jumbo of the whole thing, then because now you only get only one team gets a bye.
Yeah.
Let's just say
So
it
they'll
is.
go to Cincinnati or Buffalo.
They'll go to Cincinnati or Buffalo, and then the Chargers will be sitting here. They're a pretty good team. They're 10-6.
What happens? First place bye goes 7-2, 6-3,
Yeah.
5-4. The real 5-4s in the other league, where Dallas with a great record has to go to Tampa 500.
And someone said, well, maybe they'll bump that Steeler game to Sunday night. I don't think. I think the Sunday night game, any game gets bumped. It's the Packers and the
They're
Lions.
not. They're set now. They
They're
have to give them
set.
so much
Are they
notice.
all at 1:00?
No, there's 2 games Saturday. They moved the Titans to Saturday night. The Raiders are Saturday afternoon.
Right, at 4.
The rest of the games are at 1.
Okay,
Yeah.
at
Okay.
4.
They don't want anybody to know who won, so they don't.
So
at the same time.
in a way, it would have been better off the AFC if they played Kansas City, Vegas on Saturday. That way, Buffalo.
They are.
They are.
Yeah.
Then Buffalo gets to know. So if Kansas City wins,
I'm telling you, they have to still play for Cincinnati for home field for the second and third place. So the Buffalo's. I read up on that because I want to see how important it was for.
is that right? Because
Yeah,
my
Buffalo Public does play.
thinking would be if Kansas City wins for Buffalo,
What's the point?
why put Josh Allen out there? Even he may even decide to do that, McDermott, and say,
Good.
hey, I'm going to rest him, Stephon
Well, I
Diggs,
noticed,
and all
just
these
for
guys.
example, the Giants can't go up or down, and they're playing their players.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some teams do, and other teams they pull everybody. They don't play them. So there's some. So Green Bay and Detroit, they will be Sunday night.
Right, that's the playoffs.
That's a game.
Green Bay wins are in. If Detroit wins, they need Seattle to lose.
Yeah, and I don't see the Jets beating Miami, the way they faltered.
Where's the game?
The game's in Miami.
That's-
And Miami,
Yeah, but you know what? They're really without Tua. He's faltered.
yeah,
They're really bad.
yeah, they couldn't get the ball to their wide receivers against. And no one, New England, they're 8-8. No one has scored more defensive touchdowns this year than New England.
How they score.
That's
Well,
how
he
they
got
score.
7, doesn't he?
It's
That's how they
unbelievable
score.
what they've done. Hey, let's look at the other thing about in the NFL. Guys, I've been watching college football in the NFL. The one thing that's there, the previous play is under review. The
Oh,
previous,
yeah,
I mean,
jeez.
there might have been 100 of them from the college
No,
games
it's-
on into the pro games. It's just endless that goes on anymore.
When they came out with replay, no one was more adamant than me. I was the ultimate. George said he got the Steelers right. He got that right. I'm gonna get the right one. And they don't get it right anyway, Andy. That's the
Yeah.
part. But there's a guy in the booth who's like a referee. He'll
Yeah.
say, "Oh, this is going to be out of bounds.
Yeah, he was on.
Then the play on the field is a touchdown. The guy said, what was he looking at?
And I forget the game. And the officials here in the end zone, you're the receiver, and here's the defensive player. Did all this.
That was the Giants and Redskins.
And no penalty.
No.
No
But
penalty.
the Raiders, the one
He's standing right
remember
there.
the one they threw backwards, the Patriots?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Raider guy's foot was clearly out of bounds
I
on
know.
that touch. They showed it over and over.
But they didn't get it right.
How he's standing right there?
I know.
And I'm going to say this about offensive line blocking in the NFL. In my point of view, from the days
Yeah.
of Joe Moore, and all, you always coached and taught hands inside, low man wins. I see so much of this.
If their
No
hands
wonder-
are inside their shoulders, it's not a penalty.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
And we
no.
used to teach and coach that. Dan Radakovich and Joe Moore. That's how you block. You shove those hands up into the breastplate inside. I think some of these guys are too big. 6'8", 340.
They're monsters.
They're clumsy. Any time you'd put a 240-pound rush linebacker against a 350-pound offensive tackle, that rush linebacker is going to win.
I'm waiting for Harbaugh.
Yeah, he's coming up.
Okay.
He's coming up. Let's go to college football. College football playoff. TCU 51, Michigan 45. The Horned Frogs gored the Wolverines. And then Fort Worth, Texas, you know the song they're singing? Hell to the victors go the spoils. All week long, Michigan's big. Michigan's
chance.
physical.
No chance. We'll beat 'em
So
up.
they have a 1st and goal to 2. Powerful. They run a double reverse
Yeah,
for a 6-yard loss.
You got me. I don't
What
have.
was that? What one of the worst?
Wait a minute.
The worst call of the year.
Back-to-back Joe Moore winners. 2 years in a row, they had the best line
offensive
in the country.
Monsters.
And he's 0-7 in bowl.
Well, they scored 45 points, so nothing was nothing wrong with the offense.
No.
Do you understand?
But
They didn't stop that.
It's
But
the game has changed so much that we can't just think, Eddie. I know we go back at times.
yeah,
51
to
45.
45.
Listen to the score of
The
the
other
game.
game was the same
no,
way.
no, both games.
Yeah,
There's
but-
no stopping anybody. It's just it's amazing.
Max Duggan, Heisman runner-up, 4 TDs. The TCU defense, 2 pick sixes. But here's what they did. They heard all that. Here's Sonny Dykes, his first year as coach, that took a team at a losing record, first Big 12 team to a championship game. He's, by the way, a Mike Leach disciple. And they punched Michigan in the mouth. They won in the trenches. They dug in there and played Michigan's type of game.
Well, that's the only way you can play at Michigan because Michigan plays that way. You know, that's the only chance you have.
And so the Horned Frogs, looking for the first
13 and a
national
half.
championship
Oh,
since
my.
1938.
Hey, let me tell
Bill
you.
Bourne was there.
Bill Bourne was on that team. Hey, by the way, 13. This is to tell you how funny people are. I got 2 buddies that never wager, didn't even know they watch football, that love TCU. So you better be careful. That's what the guys that never play. They call me. They go. Once I said I saw a 13. Oh, I got that. I said okay.
And speaking of Mike Lynch, Mississippi State beat Illinois.
Oh,
Mike Leach,
oh, yeah.
always enjoyed watching his teams play. You know what I liked about him? He said, I want to do what I want to do. You start following someone else, you no longer be yourself. And he lived to that. And he brought guys on his staff like Sonny Dykes who didn't play college football and with Lincoln Riley and guys and helped them learn the game the way he saw
Hey,
it.
real quick, I have a great story on Leach. He was a young guy, just hadn't played, and he was starting out, and there was this famous coach in the area, so he drew up this play, and he says, I'm going to he took it to the guy who knocks on the door. The guy said, who are you? He said, but I have this play for you that you'll score every time. The guy looks out, and he says, that's pretty good. He said, but you got 12 guys out there.
Hey, you know he's a lawyer by
Absolutely.
He's a lawyer.
Well,
And
he really was the first guy that wouldn't run the ball.
yeah,
I mean,
So you're stupid if you run.
he said, "Don't why waste time running the ball?"
Yeah.
He
he was a lacrosse player at
throws the ball every
BYU.
day.
They said to him, if your offense is 50-50, you know, everyone thought that was back in the day when everybody ran on it. He said, if your offense 50-50, you're just stupid. He said, it's too easy to pass it.
And by the way, the hot rumor is Harbaugh to the Indy Colts.
I would say it's,
That's going to happen. And in the other game, wow, Georgia 42, Ohio State 41. Now, you guys tell me what you think. I have a lot of respect for Stetson Bennett, 398 yards passing, brilliant game, brings them back. They were down 38-24. So they're losing by 1, Ohio State. They get the ball. They take it all the way down to the 28 of Georgia with 39 seconds left. They drop straight. They have a good drop straight back, suffer 11, 12-yard loss on a sack. Takes them out of a decent field goal range. I thought for sure at the 20 they were going to run it twice, get it down, and kick a field goal from maybe 30, 35 yards.
He put it on his quarterback, his best player. He thought
Yeah.
he'd be wise enough
Not take that.
to not take a sack. You know,
I don't think he had a chance when he dropped
Hey,
back.
what's
They rolled
automatic?
over.
Let me ask you guys. What is automatic? In other words, does he have to get to the 20?
I say 30-yard field goal.
I think you get
That's a
inside the
13.
40.
What?
Inside the 40. He ended up
That's a
trying
13.
what?
So 30-yard
What did
field
he
goal.
try to 50, 51-yarder to win the game?
Okay.
I just, that sack ruined it. Hey, and by the way, before we finish, salute to Pitt, missing 8 starters, 5 on defense, a couple All-Americans. They beat UCLA, had all their players. They intercept Pac-12, great quarterback. They intercepted him, 3 times?
Mm-hmm.
And Ben Saul's field goal at the end of the game, Pitt 37-35. 9 wins for Pitt, 20 wins the last 2 seasons. First time that's happened since 1981. 82. For Narduzzi now, he's 8-17 against top 25 teams.
Patty was the guy.
Patty.
No, that was the story that they're not writing about, a guy hanging around.
Yeah.
Instead of
He has another year.
Instead of running away,
Yeah.
he's hanging in there. So got to give that guy credit.
He has another year. What do you do? Djokovic's coming in. Cradle said he's coming back. You got to love Jake Cradle. Plays center and guard. Coming back for his 6th year.
Somebody's got 7-year veterans.
He's everything that you want in a Pitt football
That's
player.
why they talk the talk, but walking the walk would have given Patty a chance, and they never did.
They never did.
Never.
Right away, he jumped,
Yep.
went to Slovis right away.
That was done the minute he moved.
Hey, now next year the schedule is they're at West Virginia, at Notre Dame. They have Florida State, North Carolina at home. They got a tough schedule for next year.
That's good. If you're good, you beat those teams, you move up the ladder quickly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and by the way, finish great win for Penn State in the Rose Bowl, 35-21 over Utah. They finish 11-2. They're young, talented. Look out for the Nittany Lions next year. That's it for us. We'll see you next week.
Some companies will tell you they have the best customer service.
No, I'm sorry. That's not a part of our policy. We can't really help you there.
Some companies will tell you they have the best technical support.
Yeah, let me just put you on with somebody from technical support right now. Please hold.
Technical support, how can I help you?
Some companies will tell you that your call is very important. Only Armstrong provides you with the customer service you deserve.
No one plans for a plumbing emergency. If it happens, turn to the experts at Armstrong Comfort Solutions. Matt Mertz Plumbing is now part of the Armstrong Comfort family. Do you have a leaking pipe, a toilet backing up? When you need a plumber, you want an honest, licensed professional. We're available 24/7. Our plumbing experts can handle any need or emergency, including trenchless sewer replacement. Armstrong Comfort Solutions and Matt Mertz Plumbing, 2 great local companies coming together to better serve Western PA.